What's going on, guys? This is Simon from SG, and in this video, we're gonna learn how to set up Stripe on our WooCommerce store in under 5 minutes. So before this video hits 5 minutes, I will be taking a live payment from Stripe on my WooCommerce site. So if you guys want the fastest way to set up Stripe, keep watching this video. And with that, if you guys get value out of this video, make sure to give me a like, give me a thumbs up. It really means the world, and it means I can continue making these videos. So the first thing I'm gonna do is download this plugin and then go to my Charlie's Coffee site, which is the site I wanna install Stripe. And I am going to upload the plugin, and it's a plugin zip file. So I'm gonna install the plugin, and then I'm going to activate the plugin. So awesome, we have the plugin activated, and if I go down to the Stripe, WooCommerce Stripe Gateway plugin right here, I'm gonna click the settings, and I'm gonna click this create or connect an account. So if you guys don't already have a Stripe account, you guys can find a video about how to create your Stripe account in the cards above. But if you do, this is basically gonna connect your API keys to your Stripe account. So I get this OAuth thing to connect my Stripe account, and it's gonna maybe take a few seconds, but it's gonna connect my API keys from my own Stripe account to my WooCommerce site. And you may have to log in to your Stripe account and get to your dashboard during this process. So I have Stripe enabled on my site, and I have my API keys enabled for payments. And there's something I need to update my business information. This is a test for me, but I can take payments on my site right now. So I have payments via Save Cards. I don't want to enable a separate credit card form. And here is what the bank statement will look like. Now I can update this to my doing business as name or something like that if I wanted to, or just keep the default settings. Awesome. So I'm gonna click Save Changes, and now is the time for me to do a test checkout. So I want to test if I actually can add a product to the cart on my site and enter in a real credit card number to process my payments with Stripe. And before we carry on, if you guys do have problems getting this API keys with Stripe, you always can go to your Stripe dashboard and just simply type in API keys, and you'll be able to view your publishable and secret key to add in to your account keys right here. So let's keep going. So I'm gonna go to the front end of my site, and Stripe is set up. So the thing that I like to do when testing this is update a product to $1, and then I'm gonna add this product to the cart. Awesome, so that's now $1. Let's go back to my cart, and now I'm going to check out. So with shipping, it's gonna be about $6.40, but I can use a new payment method, and I'm gonna enter in a real credit card number, and I'm gonna process my payment. So I'm gonna click place order, and I can see that my payment went through. And if I come back to my WooCommerce dashboard and I go to WooCommerce orders, I can go to the specific order, and I can see that this was processed by Stripe. So I can see the Stripe charge complete and this charge ID. And now let's go to Stripe and let's see if this payment shows up. So I can see that this payment shows up, order 1659, and that's exactly this order as well. So I can see that the payment successfully went through, and now I can update that product back from $1 to $25, so my customers aren't paying a cheaper price. This is just an easy way to test that everything's working, because the worst thing you want to do with your WooCommerce site or any e-commerce site is not have a way for people to pay you on the checkout page. Okay, so now that we got that out of the way and we did a successfully live payment, I want to go back to these settings for Stripe. Let's go to these payments tab, and you'll notice that after activating the Stripe plugin, I also have these other options I can do, such as Giro Pay and others. I'm not going to get into that in this video. For most people, 95 out of 100 people, just the normal Stripe plugin should work. But if you want other options, that's something you could do. So the other thing I have enabled is express checkouts. So that will allow my store to accept Apple Pay and Google Pay. Now, I'm not going to cover Apple Pay in this video, but for something to keep in mind, you guys could just search payment methods in your Stripe dashboard, and you could come here and you'll have to go into Apple Pay, click configure, and you'll have to add your own domain. So you have to add your own domain and you'll have to verify it. But it's a pretty simple process. And the last thing I want to cover is, there's also this thing to do the new checkout experience. So you can enable that if you want to. Not much change on the checkout, but if you're using these other payment methods, such as, Alipay or multi-bank or whatever it is, the new checkout experience, shows something similar to the current one. It's just going to have the card fields separated and be more modern in case you want to add multiple payment methods, such as SOFR to GiroPay to your checkout. Many people will not need it, but it's just something I wanted to bring up. So let's go back to these settings, and let's say I wanted to do test mode. So I'm gonna click these settings and I want to do enable test mode. So I can do something like this, and I can see that I don't have a test publishable key or seeker key. So I could easily just go to my Stripe dashboard and go API keys. Okay, let's click this toggle this test data, and now I can have my keys. So let's copy this publishable key and let's just put it right here. And then also our seeker key, and let's put it here. And awesome, let's save these test keys and then update this. And now I have test mode enabled. So if I also wanted to do more tests, if this was like a staging site or something, I could actually use fake credit card numbers. So all credit card numbers would start in 424242 repeatedly, and then I could use any date in the future and any CVC code. So this is also something I could do to test orders and payments with Stripe. So I saw that test order went through. And another thing I want to cover is webhooks. So setting up webhooks with WooCommerce Stripe. So I'm going to go here, and this is the docs. If you guys want a link to the docs, check out the link in the description box below. But in the docs, I can just click webhooks, and I can see that I have this webhook set up on Stripe. So I do not have this set up right here, but I need to set this up. So let's just go back to live mode for a second, and let's update my Stripe payment method. So I need to add support for webhooks. So I have this right here. This is the URL that they're telling me I need to copy. So I'm gonna go to my Stripe account settings, and let's go to them. And we have webhooks, so I wanna add an endpoint, and this is the endpoint URL. I'm just copying the URL that they gave me, but it's just my domain with this query parameter appended to it. So I want to select these events, and I'm just basically going to follow exactly what they say right here. So I'm going to do a little dual screen action right here, and let's make sure that we're on right here. You guys get the picture, but I'm going to select all the ones that they tell me in the docs, and I'll put that link for the docs on the screen or in the description box below so you guys can reference. So charge captured, charge failed, charge dispute, etc. So you guys know what I'm saying. Just copy what the things are right here. So I'm going to add all these webhook endpoints that are right here. And let's say I add all these events. Let's add this endpoint. And now if I come back here, I will have this signing secret that I can reveal, and I'll copy that signing secret and make sure to add all the endpoints that they mentioned in the docs. But I can come back here and I can enter in my webhook secret right here. And after doing that, let's add this right here. And let's click Save Live Keys. So after doing that, I can see webhooks are enabled, and I've set up everything successfully for my WooCommerce site with Stripe. I will start seeing, payments coming in with my store. And overall, Stripe is one of the best WooCommerce payment methods because it has support for subscriptions, memberships, so many different things. Overall, if you guys got value out of this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up, hit that like button. All the links will be found in the description box below. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.